Now, this is again, I said I am going to bring you some things, okay, that are not heard of outside JNU. Okay, this is one of those. This poster, thankfully, no longer remains. This is a poster which was just under this poster is the door, the entrance door to my department, and this is above if this is above the entrance door, and I used to, I used to look at it every time I used to enter. Sometimes I felt like tearing it off, but I thought, that's something that the left does. Okay, it's not something that I would want to do. But have a look at this. You obviously, yada yada hi dharmasya glanirbhavati bharata. We know that very important shlok from the Gita, that very important verse. It translated, it is like every time there is the universe is in chaos, or the universe is in disorder, I step out, and and then I encounter this chaos and this disorder and bring about order out of this. I mean, of course, you can treat this literally in the Gita, or the philosophical debates, the philosophical interpretations of this need not be told. I mean, it is only something that we are actually too poor in India that we do not discuss religion in universities. Because if you go to Cambridge, if you go to Oxford, I mean, I'm not saying that they are great by definition, but I'm saying these are the great institutions that the left thinks are great. Okay, you take Princeton, you take Harvard, you take Stanford, wherever, you will always have departments of divinity studies, or you will have departments of religion studies. It's only in India that we don't have these. Okay, as a result of this, you can have this sort of a poster, okay, where obviously a tall politician is being depicted as Krishna. But he is Krishna, there's no doubt about it, because notice that peacock feather on his crown. Okay, the Gita is in his left hand. He's holding the lotus in his hand, and he's twirling the parliament with his right index finger, and he's stepping on human skulls, which is I was actually very surprised that only this sort of an interpretation of the Gita is possible in JNU. Because frankly, I mean, see, all sorts of interpretations are probably should be allowed in a, if you are to be intellectually free. Okay, but this is not intellectual freedom, because this is the only sort of interpretation which is allowed and which is perpetrated in JNU. You try and do this with any other book, and the heavens will obviously fall. But we allow this to happen. Okay, and we don't ask questions, and we don't ask, what do you have only this interpretation of the Gita? What do you know about Hindu philosophy? Because this, whether it is Sanatan Dharma, whether it's our religious intellectual tradition, we don't study it. It's as simple as that. It has been structurally, it has been erased, and it has been removed right since school till university. Okay, you, for instance, I'll give you a very small example. There's a lot of talk about the post-structuralists today, right? So from Foucault, Deleuze, all the Marxists are stuck at Foucault. Okay, then there's Barthes, there's Lacan, there is Levi Strauss, and all these French giants, right? And all of them actually take their work from Ferdinand de Saussure's course in general linguistics, which was published in I think in the second decade of the 20th century. But Ferdinand de Saussure actually takes most of his idea of general linguistics, or a branch, a new subdiscipline which emerged called semiotics, from the work of, deeply influenced by the work of Bhartrhari and his Vakyapadiyam, because Saussure's PhD was in Sanskrit, and this text was something that he deeply referred to. And yet we don't claim, okay, that this is there are obviously intellectual borrowings that have gone unsaid, or that have gone unmarked. But de Saussure cannot be blamed for this, perhaps, because his book was published posthumously from his class lectures. So we don't know if the lack of references to Bhartahari is actually De Saussure's fault, or those who collected his lectures and published them, whether it's their fault. Okay, so I think so. The structure of treating and studying philosophy in India has been completely broken. I mean, its spine has been broken, and unfortunately, even now we are not doing much about it at all. Okay, so that's a hint perhaps, and that's a plea to my listeners and to whoever's there, that we need to do more, and we need to reclaim our intellectual traditions. It's very important. Not only reclaim, I mean, it's not all in the past. There are flourishing things that are happening currently,